Hey guys, so there's one more thing I wanted to show you. You guys will encounter this today and tomorrow. That is how to write an equation in standard form. So in the previous video, I showed you guys how to, if somebody gave you standard form, how to graph it two different ways. Now we're going to move into actually how to create a standard form from given 2 points. More importantly, I'm going to show you guys how to write standard form, point slope form, and slope intercept form, all from 2 points. So a couple things. I know that standard form is ax plus by is equal to c. That is just standard form where x and y are on the same thing. Remember that a needs to be positive and it has to be a whole number. Okay, so given 2 points, 2 common -2 and 4 1. I'm going to also use today I can do point slope form. If you want to, you can definitely do slope intercept form, and hopefully by now we realize that both of those are the same. And now we can tell that all 3 of these form are exactly the same thing. They just look differently, but they are the exact same form. They are the exact same line because they come from the exact 2 points. So the first thing we need, as always, given 2 points, to write any form, we need to find the slope. So to find the slope, we can actually do that without graphing, which is 2, -2. Here's 2, -2 up there. My second point is 4, 1. Double checking that input 2, output -2. There's x1, y1, x2, y2. I don't need to use the slope formula. I don't need graph. I'm just needing to find the slope real quick. So I'm just going to stack them on top and find the change or find the difference between my 2 y values and my 2 x value. Well, from 2 to -1, -2 to 0 is +2, +1 is 3. And then 2 to 4 is +2. So my slope is change in y over change in x, which is 3/2. Okay. Now that I have 3/2, I'm getting kind of closer. I'm going to go ahead and use point slope form. So this one, so that I can change it into standard form. So let's jump right in. Here we have y, and I'm going to actually use I'm going to use this point. Just because I noticed that I have 3/2, I'm going to use the points where there are some 2's in there, so hopefully something cancels out and make things nice and neat at the end. So I get y minus, well, y1 up here is -2, so -2 is equal to 3/2, which is my slope over here, times x minus 2. Well, I know that y minus a -2 is the same thing as saying y plus 2 is equal to 3/2 x minus 2. Here you have a couple choices. You can actually change this into slope intercept form by doing a couple things. So I'm going to go ahead and, this is in point slope form right now, so I'm going to go ahead and change it into, I'm going to distribute that 3/2. And I'm going to kind of attempt to change it into slope intercept form. So I have y plus 2 is equal to 3/2 x minus, well, 3/2 right here, 3/2 times -2 over 1 is -6 over 2, which becomes -3, right? Because I'm multiplying fractions. I'm multiplying straight across. So that becomes a -3. So this is what I have right now. I have y plus 2 is equal to 3/2 x minus 3. I'm going to subtract that 2, subtract that 2. I have y is equal to 3/2 x minus 5. Well, there is slope intercept form. Lo and behold, I had point slope form up here. I had point slope form, and there is slope intercept form. Nice. But I actually didn't answer the question. The question is, hey, given these 2 points, write it into standard form. Okay, so standard form again is x plus by is equal to c. And I'm just going to drop this here, and I get y is equal to 3 halves x minus 5. I need to get that ax over there. So this is a positive 3x, 3 halves x. So I'm just going to do minus 3 halves x minus 3 halves x from both sides. And this cancels out, and this is what I have. Plus y is equal to negative 5. Getting closer. But hey, look at that a. This coefficient is not positive, nor is it a whole number. So I need to decide what I can multiply this entire function by so that I have a positive and a positive whole number. Well, I'm going to go ahead and multiply everything. First thing I need to do is get rid of, I need to get rid of this denominator of 2 right here. So I'm just going to multiply, I'm going to multiply everything by 2. I also noticed that there was a negative 3 halves, so I'm going to multiply everything by negative 2. Let's just see what happens here. So negative 2 times negative 3 halves, so negative 2 over 1 times negative 3 halves becomes 6 halves, which is 3. Oh, that worked out. So negative 2 times negative 3 halves is 3x. Negative 2 times positive y is negative 2y. Negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. And there is my standard form. Okay. But if I review everything, here is my slope-intercept form from earlier. These two should be the same. How do I quickly check? Because I can actually manipulate this back into standard form or slope-intercept form. I can just solve for it if you want to double check. Or I can plug in numbers. I can put in the first 2 points that I use up top and they should work out the same. But I just want to demonstrate that they are the same. So I'm going to solve for y. So the first thing I do is minus 3x. Minus 3x. I get negative 2y is equal to 10 minus 3x. Divide both sides by negative 2. And I get y is equal to negative 5 plus 3 halves x. There we have it. I just changed standard form back into slope-intercept form just to make sure that they are both the same. Okay, so this is what happened. I was given 2 points. First thing I did was step 1, find slope. Step 2, I use point slope form. Step 3, I distribute and kind of began to move into y equals mx plus b. And when I had it, I move this over here and made everything positive and made everything whole number by multiplying by negative 2. Okay, so there we have it. Here, there is what I did. The reason why I multiply everything by negative 2 is because I noticed that negative 3 halves, to get rid of that denominator of 2, I just multiply everything by 2. I doubled it in properties of fractions. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, write this down, rewatch it, practice, and we'll go over in class later. Thanks, guys.